Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to do a foundation first impression of the Juvias Place foundation. It is the Natural Radiance foundation. I'm super excited to give this a try. Just so you know, my skin type is a very dry Sahara desert, which happens to be of a mature level of skin. I struggle and it's winter time, and if I have any kind of dry patches, a lot of foundations will accentuate that dryness. I also have some mild rosacea, and then I also have little hyperpigmentation. I have a little hyperpigmentation scar here, a scar here, and then up in here. So I like to have that covered, but I like something that is moisturizing, luminous, and looks like my skin. Full coverage is not my friend. It is not my friend. So we're going to give this a go, just so you know what I'm dealing with, because you know what? It is a preference thing as far as foundations go. Just because something works for me doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work for you. All I can do is give you my thoughts and my opinions on whenever you're doing foundation, because it is such a personal type purchase, okay? I did order this in Alexandra 650 because this is the color that it lined me up with whenever I punched in a foundation reference so that I could put in a different type of foundation or different brand of foundation and what color I wear in that, and then it would give me the reference to what color I would need in their foundation. So we'll give that a go. I am a light, cool tone olive, cool tone to neutral olive skin tone. So we'll see if this is too warm. I never add any kind of blue or anything in blue color correcting for the foundation on the first go. So if it's too warm, it's just going to be too warm. So we're going to give this a go today. And also this is because it was recommended to me on one of my live streams. And so this is because of you guys that I'm trying this. I got an Ulta gift card, and so we picked up a few things, and this is one of them. The other thing that was a recommendation by a good friend of mine, Cecily, and she is on Instagram, and I will link her information down below. Because of my dry skin, I'm unable to use concealer. It just wrinkles up the thin skin around the bottom parts of my eye, and it'll create wrinkles that weren't there before. So she swears by this concealer, and I said, okay, well, let me pick it up. Let me give it a try. So we're going to do this today. We're going to use this, and we're going to use this concealer. It's the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. So we're going to give this a go as well. And then I have this palette that is in my collection that I have not touched yet. Got it a long time ago, last year sometime, at the end of the year last year, I believe. And it is the Frosty Flamingo by Sugar Drizzle. So it does look a little summery, but it is the Frosty Flamingo, and it's wearing a hat and scarf. So it is obviously a winter palette. And so it looks a little something like this. I'm super excited to dip into this because Sugar Drizzle makes some really, really beautiful shimmers. And so I'm super excited to give this a go. So let's get into this. If this is something that you want to see a review on, we're testing out multiple things today, then just keep watching. I'm so glad you guys decided to stay. Okay, so I'm going to do my foundation first. I don't typically do my foundation first. I like to do my foundation last because I love to go in full ham on all the pigmentation. So a lot of times I clean it up and then I put on my foundation. But we're going to do foundation first, just in case you're here just to see the review on the foundation. That way you're not having to wait till the end of the video to see the foundation. So we're going to go ahead and do this. I don't put on concealer, so
honestly, I'm sitting here going, do I put on my concealer first or do I put it on second?
So we're going to do the foundation first. I got my sponge just slightly damp. Looks like that there. Ooh, okay, color. This is pretty full coverage. We'll see if we can sheer it out some. Interesting. It smells kind of like a fruity candle. That's what it smells like to me. Hopefully that smell doesn't stay. I could see that actually making I get migraines easily, so I can see that maybe triggering. So let's hope it dissipates, but we'll see. Way more full coverage than what I was expecting. Color's a little off, maybe just a hair too light, and maybe just a hair too yellow. Okay, I really had to read the name of this foundation because it is Natural Radiance Foundation. No, wrong name for this. It's not radiant. It is more matte. looking on my face. Radiant, I think of like glowy, radiant skin. This ain't it. It doesn't look bad. Like right now I'm looking at it. It definitely has a matte look to it. I would not say radiant. Definitely not radiant. Wrong name. Because I also do not powder because of the same thing. Same issue. This to me almost looks like I did powder lightly or something to my face. But I can already tell you that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to enjoy this foundation. Okay, you can't just base it off of me. I can tell that it applied well. It's an even coverage, but my skin just may be a little too dry for it. It's not radiant. It's nothing about it that's radiant. It's just what they should have called it is less matte than our original formula. That's what they should have called it. Okay, guys, we're going in with some concealer because this has so much possibilities of being a disaster. I can't even tell you how much of a disaster this look may be. Okay. And I'm just going to put it in my little red areas what I have left on my fingers. The Juvias place does do very, very well covering any kind of redness. It just gave me a blank canvas. So A+ on that for sure. And who knows, I may grow to like it, even though it is a matte, like sometimes you do want a matte foundation. Okay, that concealer's kind of bunching up. Thinner skin right there, but we'll see. Okay. Other than just like kind of bunching up right in here. Cecily, I'm pretty shocked right now, okay? Okay, I can't make expressions on my face because I don't want to give it the best shot possible because so far it's not sucking the life out of my eyes. Okay, I did a review on this a long time ago and it's the Mana Goddard. This is the high perfecting powder. I have to do a very light dusting of powder anywhere on my face. This is what I reach for. It looks like this. It does okay. Underneath my eyes, not so much. So we're going to try though. So I'm going to pick up a little bit. I'm freaking out right now. I don't want to make expressions. I want it to set. I'm freaking out because I have literally tried every single concealer. Never works. Ever. And so I just gave up because I'm just like, oh well, but look at that. Okay, I'm going to spray my face and then we're going to keep moving on. We're going to go to doing the eye look and then we'll come back at the end. All right, well, Juvia's place on its own, maybe not, but Juvia's place in my dewy set over top of the foundation gives it that skin look right back. But yeah, I feel like it may be just a tad bit too yellow. But once I bronze it, I think it might look really nice. I don't normally bronze, but hey, this might be my full face, like bronze, concealer, and powder and everything kind of face. Okay, let me go in with a bronzer real quick. So anytime I use bronzer, I have two different bronzers that I really enjoy. I've had this one for a long time, and this is the Too Faced Chocolate Gold Soleil. Been the one that looks the best with my skin tone. It's not as warm as some of the other ones are. So I do enjoy this one. And then last year, I did buy this Charlotte Tilbury one that is the Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer. And I got it in Fair, and I do love this one. It is the cream. So I do really enjoy this one. I think I'm going to go in with this cream one. It's like a cream, but it dries like a powder. It's so beautiful. Since I know kind of what these colors are going to end up looking like on my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and pick out my blush. And I'm going to go in with the Melt Cream Blush Light in Pink Sand. Looks like this here. After adding the blush and the bronzer, I really do like how this is turning out. I think that I do need to be in some natural light to really see if I need to adjust the color any. On camera with the blush and the bronzer, I think it looks really good. Let's go ahead and jump into the eye look, and then by the end, we're going to take a little bit more closer look at what the foundation and the concealer are doing. Again, going to go into this palette. I think I will go ahead and swatch these just real quickly. I'm going to just do it on my hands. That's Pink Ice. There's that. Strawberry Snow. Okay. That's kind of looks a little similar. I mean, this has a little bit more purple in it, but these are more like toppers. Snow Mingo. Oh, there's Snow Mingo. And then I'm going to do all the shimmers first. Ooh, that's very soft. Flamingo Baby. I think I didn't realize that this is a topper palette. It's a little bit more pigmented shimmer. That's Flamingo Baby. For me, it might end up being too monochromatic. This palette may be too monochromatic. I'm not a monochromatic palette kind of fan. This one here may be the savior in it all. It's called Pinkaberry, but it looks a little more different than the rest. Yeah, it definitely is. Oh yeah. Swatched out though, it may be a little too similar, but that is going to be on my eyes because that is gorgeous. That is so pretty. And then there is a little bit darker here called Mr. Beaks. Oh, it's a black base with a purple on top. Interesting. Kind of shifts from black to purple. Very cool. Huh. You see the ones that shift from black to red. This one goes from black to purple. Very cool. So that is the palette. Let's get in. And when you see me next, I'll be zoomed in and we'll get into this eye look. Okay, you're all zoomed in. We're going to get into this palette. And as you can see, since you're all zoomed in, there's a little bit of creasing going on, but we'll still keep an eye on it and determine if concealer is going to be a thing in my future by the end of this video. I forgot to swatch the mattes, so let's just take them up on my fingers and just show you a finger swatch real quickly. They look like this here. So this one here is the one we're going to be going into, Shrimp Slushy. I'm just going to take it into the corner here. I am primed with the Natasha Denona eye primer. Okay, do the other side. Now I'm going to take a smaller little fluffy brush and I'm going to go into Feather Butt and we're going to add on both sides here. Buff out those purple edges and bring it on in. All right, and then I'm going to go in and take a little bit of base and then we're going to set these over top of the base. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little something, a little fun. We're going to do a black base and I am going to layer some of these shifty shades over top of it. Let's see how this turns out. Just put a little bit of it on the back of my hand, pick it up with a flat brush and kind of put it where I'm going to want to put the shadow. I do a thin coat outline and then I blacken it up after I get the shape that I want. I'll go back in and make it darker. And I'm going to keep my eye like this until it dries and do the other side and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to use a sponge tip applicator because I have some claws on right now. And I know the black looks really weird, but I want it to be able to combine with the shadows. So we're going to do some layering on top of back and forth, but I want the black to really make these toppers pop. So I'm going to go into Pinkaberry because I just think I'm going to love the shade. Get it up on the sponge tip applicator. Shift it, it shows the blues and the greens in it. More with the black base. Oh, that's so stunning. So beautiful. It's going to be really hard not to take this all over the lid, but I do want to use some of the other ones. To cut down on time, I'm just going to be showing you the application to one eye, and I'll jump back and forth. Okay, I'm going to go into Flamingo Baby. Good choice, a good choice. Oh my goodness, it's like neon. It is so stinking pretty. Oh wow, it glows. I love shadows that glow, and this one definitely, as soon as you apply it, it glows. So stinking pretty. Okay, and then I want to go into Snowmingo, and I'm going to put that one on the inner part. My goodness. Oh, it pulls blue. It pulls the blue out of it since it is the black base. Oh. It pulls the blue. It's pink in the pan. I'm going to take a little bit of pink ice and just put it right. Yeah. Good call. Good call. Good call. A little bit of pink ice right there in there. Yes. Oh, I love, 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 love. Okay, I'm going to do the other side. That is stunning. Okay, and I'm just going to go back in and I'm going to take that darker purple shrimp slushy and I'm just gonna go back and forth and combine the matte up into the shimmers. Deepen that back up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clean up underneath because I create fallout. And then I'm going to do the dark and then the pink and run a little bit of that shimmer underneath, put in a liner and do the rest of this look and come back and we'll talk about what this is doing on my face as far as the concealer and foundation goes, and we'll wrap it up and have my final thoughts. So I'll see you in a few. Okay guys, this is my final look. I love this palette. I thought it was going to be more monochromatic, and I'm so glad that I put the black base down because it just really transformed these out of just a monochromatic, all pinkish purple palette, and it just so pretty. The foundation, I'll go ahead and zoom in so that you can see the concealer and the foundation. Yes, so my thoughts on it, it's not radiant. So let's just get that out of the way. But other than that, I think I really like it. I definitely need to moisturize. I definitely cannot be wearing this on like a super dry day or something like that. But it's not really moving around on my face. It applied beautifully. Yeah, I mean, I have you can see it's like settling pretty good right there. And that's just normal. That's going to happen with anything, but I think that this accentuates it more than any other foundation that I would use. Just want to see if it taps out okay. Yeah, I mean, it taps out okay, so, you know, I'm okay with that. When I first sprayed my face with the Dewy set, I felt like it brought some radiance back, but it went away. And usually with my sprays, it doesn't do that. But this is a drier foundation, not radiant. Let me get that just really, really clear. It is a drier foundation, but it definitely looks like I'm wearing foundation, where typically my more dewier type foundations, you can tell I have something on, but it looks more like my skin. The concealer has truly shocked me. It has not done what concealer typically does underneath my eyes. So what I am going to say about this is that I still see that it is accentuating a little bit of fine lines underneath my eyes, but nowhere near what happens when I usually put on any type of concealer. So this is manageable, and I think that I would wear this mainly whenever I'm wanting to do like a full face, have it on for, you know, all day, and then also for those times where I feel like the dark circles are really, really showing. I think this is a great concealer. So Cecily, thank you so much. I would say this palette is amazing. The mattes are buildable. The only person that I think of that probably would not like this palette is my good friend Sandy, because it is gonna be pink. And she's not a fan of the pink. So I'm really happy with everything I tried today, and that doesn't always happen. I am happy to have this foundation. It serves a purpose in my collection, and the concealer, absolutely. That is a win, and this palette, also a win. Okay, so I'm wearing on my lips Ofra Lippy. I love this color. It's in Pasadena. Really pretty, neutral leaning, pinky mauvey kind of lippy. Really, really enjoy that. I'm wearing a no name, no brand pigment for highlighter. I really wish that companies would put something on there. I don't know who I got it from. Nothing. I have no information on this. So that is what is on for my highlighter that I used off camera. I also used this navy eyeliner in my waterline, and it's all worn off from ColourPop. But it's navy in color. But then I wanted to kind of do an ombre. If you can tell, the liner has kind of a little bit of an ombre look to it. And it's because I took the Haus Labs, the high power paint, and I kind of did a little navy blue to this color magenta ombre liner in my waterline. So I really love how this turned out. Tell me what you think down below. Have you ever tried Sugar Drizzle? Are you planning on trying out the Juvias Place foundation or the concealer that I showed here today? I would say give it a go. It has gotten my approval. Even if you have problems with wearing concealer, I would say give it a try. You know, I can see a little bit, but it is nowhere near what I used to see. And so, yes, so that is all that we have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and may glitter always catch your eye, but never get in it. Take care. Bye-bye.